Hey guys, it's Shelby and welcome back to another reacting to wasteful TikToks with me. I'll have the other ones I've done linked in the description. You seem to really like these, so I'm trying to make this into a more regular occurrence. If you're not already following me on TikTok, make sure you do that and make sure you keep tagging me because it's the easiest way for me to keep track of these things. By the way, if you send it to me on Instagram, there's no way for me to save it. Instagram just doesn't have it together with their notifications. Whereas if you tag me in it on TikTok, I can scroll back months and find all the ones you tagged me in, which is what I've done today. So if you don't have TikTok, I'm really sorry, but I just can't keep track of the ones on Instagram. Anyway, this series has kind of been sponsored by Audible. I basically made them the sponsor of this series. So if you're interested in getting one free audiobook and 30-day free trial to Audible, you can go to audible.com/Shelby or text Shelby to 500-500. I have a really great audiobook recommendation for you, and I'll get to that shortly within the video. But let me grab my phone with my custom phone case. I haven't really talked about this too much, but this is a phone case that I made with Pila, and it is sold exclusively through Earth Hero, and it has my quote etched into the back of it. You cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. If you're interested in getting one of these cases for yourself, I'll have it linked below. Like I said, it is exclusively at Earth Hero. So, oh, did I almost forget to address the fact that I'm wearing my polar bear sweater? If you remember this from last year, I thrifted it from ThredUp and it's really cute and comfortable. I'm really excited to wear it. You can't really see the polar bears as much. Oh, there he is. Can you see him?
Cute.
Okay, I just need you to know that I'm festive. Yeah, now that I have my phone in my hand, without further ado, let's get into reacting to some wasteful TikToks that you tagged me in. Why would anyone do this?
No!
What is this? Why do I have to tell people not to do this? What the f even is this? What is going on? Once again, I have asked for Madison's help in this and finding the ones that you've tagged me in that she thinks are the best to react to, and she said that she rounded up about 50 of them. So we're just gonna scroll through them and see which ones are the most eye-roll inducing. Chefs and dogs. What is this? Why would anyone do this? I'm confused. Is he going to feed this to his dog? I don't know what's happening here. I do know that they definitely didn't need to be shrink wrapped and then smushed this way. The plastic was just completely unnecessary. Even if he is going to eat the eggs, he could have just smushed them. But obviously this is due to like the ASMR community. People who do things and waste things and smash things just for a video for it to be satisfying. I don't get it. This doesn't satisfy me. This makes me think that you have nothing better to do than just be wasteful. I don't understand it. Maybe there's something going on here that I don't understand, but I'm not a fan of this.
You know how our moms all hate us for having water bottles in our room? Water bottle, water bottles. This is under my bed.
I don't get it.
I don't understand why people are still drinking out of plastic water bottles in 2020.
Let me just speak to really quickly the amount of resources that go into creating a water bottle. It is made from petroleum. Plastic is made from oil. So I assume that this girl looks like she's either a millennial or Gen Z, that you probably are aware of the detrimental impacts of climate change that are associated with the oil industry. You're supporting that, and then you're laughing about it on TikTok. It's not funny. Not only that, but every bottle of water that you drink, it took 7 times the amount of water that you're drinking to produce that water bottle. So you're consuming a wide amount of Earth's resources for water bottles when in the US, it is a vast majority of our tap water that is completely fine to drink. Yes, there are exceptions, but they are the incredible minority. And people, I think a lot of times think bottled water is superior because it's some sort of special water. No, it literally oftentimes comes straight from a tap. Bottled water brands, they don't produce water. They produce plastic bottles that they then fill with water and mark up hella prices to make you think it's better. Obviously, I forgot to say at the beginning of this video, I'm not making this video to criticize anyone. I'm not sending you guys after anyone. Please don't go criticize her because she also seems quite young. But to the vast majority of the world, I hope you realize the impacts of drinking, relying on plastic bottled water to meet your needs. It's impossible to be sustainable on this planet. It's impossible. So please choose better. last few videos like this that I've done, I get a lot of comments. Some of the top comments of these videos is,
this is why I'm not on TikTok. It's so ridiculous.
I freaking love this app. I make content on there, and it does pretty well. So it's also a great platform for informing people about what's going on in the world and sustainability and how to do better, etc. It can be used in whatever way you choose to use it for. People do stupid, wasteful things that make your jaw drop, and then they say, my dad wants this to go viral. If it doesn't go viral, I have to go to college. Newsflash, no one made you do this. You didn't have to do this. It says, my dad gave me a week for this to go viral. TikTok, do your thing, sad face, heart.
No!
TikTok does not owe you virality because you did something that was wasteful and unnecessary. I have TikToks that have over 2 million views. Do something more creative and better than this.
Nobody's gonna know.
Oh no. No.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
What is this? Why do I have to tell people not to do this? Here is my assumption that this is not like food grade coloring that he put into the sprayer. It wouldn't last if it was. So I'm assuming, judging by what he's using, that this is paint. That he's putting toxic paint out into the environment for the rain to run onto, for water to run off into the water system, and assuming that their neighborhood is anything like mine, small animals like raccoons, possums, deers come along and drink that water, and you've now put toxic chemicals in there for them to drink, and that those waterways make their way to the ocean, where obviously humans kind of rely on to live. Your impacts of doing things like this do impact the ecosystem. That's why we call it eco-friendly living, because we're trying not to impact the ecosystem negatively, and that's exactly what you're doing here. And I don't understand the obsession with green grass. I mean, let's think about this. It's probably because it's what society has painted for us, that we should want the white picket fence and the green grass, and the saying that the grass is always greener on the other side, etc. The grass in your yard is not native to where you live, so it makes it very difficult for that grass to just thrive naturally. You have to water it to make it green, and then when it turns brown, I would just be like, okay, see you next season when you're green again. Like, your obsession with having to be perfect and like this picture perfect American dream kind of thing, I think it's toxic. Kind of like the paint you're spraying on your grass. I don't like that. What in the world? No.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What is going on in here?
Nothing. What does it look like?
Why are you doing this again? Dude, you have a serious problem.
You have a problem.
Are you okay?
I'm excellent. Leave.
Oh my god.
They do this a lot on TikTok with Goldfish apparently, but just another example of wasting food to do something that is shocking to the internet. Honestly, this didn't even get that many views. Oh, hold on. This guy's username is actually the Goldfish King. Seems he buys mass amounts of goldfish and wastes them. I don't think I have to go on a rant about why this is wrong. I think you already know.
This is one of the strangest vending machines in the world. Instead of offering food and drinks, it offers people the chance to buy a pre-made snowball. Each snowball is packed by hand and placed in its own sealed can to ensure they stay fresh until you need to use them. The idea was created by a local Minnesota marketing company to show that you can sell anything if it's marketed correctly.
Okay, if this was in Texas, I bet people would freaking love it. But this is in Minnesota, where I assume there is probably snow you could just walk outside and get, and they're packaging it in plastic and then making you buy it. But what's really interesting about this is that they did the voiceover basically saying that the purpose of this vending machine was to prove that you could sell anything, including snow, that is free outside if you just market it correctly. This is consumerism. This is targeting the people who are just consumers. They see something, they want to buy it, they don't think about it, they just spend their money. That's what this is a really great example of. Interesting. Thank you for whoever tagged me in this. Sometimes you just need to take a break, take a breather, which is a good time to talk about today's sponsor, which is Audible. Like I said, if you go to audible.com/Shelbi or text Shelbi to 500 you can get 1 free audiobook and 30-day free membership to Audible. But the reason I love to partner with Audible on these videos is because I always get to pick a book that I want to recommend to you. And right now I'm getting really excited to take an actual break in December. I have a list of things I want to do during my break. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but that's just who I am. One of the things at the top of my list is to listen to the audiobook Braiding Sweetgrass. Braiding Sweetgrass is an audiobook about indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the teachings of plants. Literally all of my friends have recommended this audiobook to me, and it has 3,500 reviews and 5 stars. Name another audiobook that has that. That's insane. So I know this is gonna be a really good one, and it's on my list of to-dos for when I actually take my break in December. So if you wanna listen to this audiobook with me, like I said, Audible is offering you 1 audiobook for free and a 30-day free membership. And after the trial, that audiobook is still yours. That's the great thing about Audible, is those audiobooks are now yours. You own them, you didn't rent them. And so if you pause your membership, or if you decide you don't wanna go any longer with your membership, those audiobooks are still yours. I personally prefer audiobooks to physical books any day, also hence why I love YouTube and TikTok. I like when things are more easy to absorb than just reading. That's just my preference. So like I say, if you want a free audiobook, there's a link in the description, or you can go to audible.com/Shelbi. Okay, let's see what other TikToks you tagged me in that maybe won't make me want to rip my hair out.
For some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to water inflate all of my Orbeez. So here we go. They grew out of this 2.5 fish tank a lot faster than I thought they would, and so I was rushing. I quickly cleaned this large fish tank that I have, but now I feel like there's not enough. So I'm buying more and I'm gonna fill it up.
She's calling these water beads. I think it's similar to what Orbeez are. These are dumb. They're literally microplastics. And then what do you do when you're done with them? You throw them away. I can't take much more of this. Y'all quit subjecting me to these things.
Today I'm going to be trying every single bottle of ranch at the grocery store. I spent $185 to tell you which ranches are the best. In the top spot, we're going with the Twisted Ranch Garlic Smashed Buffalo.
Wow. I know you tagged me in this because you think it's wasteful, but it's actually really interesting. As someone on the internet who people follow influencers. We're called influencers. It's a weird word, okay? I'm uncomfortable saying it every time. Basically, if she reviews 100 and however many branches that she bought, we're disregarding the fact that these are animal products, and obviously we don't support that here on this channel. But if she tries all of these and she finds the best ones, maybe people out there who are ranch connoisseurs themselves, which I know quite a few people who are just obsessed with ranch. But I think the idea here is that other people don't have to go out and buy these and spend their money on them and continuously buy all of the ranches to find the best one. That might just be my weird skewed perspective, and I'm open to hearing what you think about all of these. But yeah, I thought that was something interesting to help you understand. No. Why? Cut what? Let me just say, obviously if you're watching this, you know not to put balloons into the air, right? It's literally littering. You're putting something into the air that is inevitably going to fall back to the earth, and literally animals can eat it. It can end up in our water systems. It can wreak all kinds of havoc on the environment. So this is not good. But I also wanted to use this as the opportunity to tell you that when we were on our honeymoon, my editor, Tara, she's editing this right now. Maybe she'll put a clip of herself in here. We stopped in Philadelphia because she lives there, and we were just out on this pier that she took us to, and there was a wedding happening just across from us, and they had dozens of balloons. And we were like, oh God, are they going to release those balloons? It's 2020, surely they're not going to release those balloons. And then they did. In most states, littering is a crime. If you throw something out of your window and you litter, you can literally get a ticket. Literally litter, okay. I feel like balloons are the same situation, but the thing is someone has to be there when you do it to catch you and then ticket you, you know? I have them on film, so if I really wanted to catch you, I could. If I just looked up who was renting the pier on that day and I called the city and told them that it was you and I have video proof, please just don't do this. I shouldn't have to tell you. And if this actually knocked out electricity in his town, it can cause all kinds of problems, so please don't do that. I've been told multiple things about this, that broken glass cannot be recycled. So when I lived in College Station, Texas, we literally could not recycle broken glass. I did a tour of the recycling facility in Bryan College Station at the time and saw the people literally sorting through the things to get out the things that are recyclable because of how poor the education is around what is and isn't. So yeah, they told us that we couldn't recycle broken glass because it puts those people at risk. And I've been told since then that that's not true. And I guess that it's not true maybe everywhere, like all over the world, municipalities and stuff. Also interesting because it says cocktails are only $8. If we're talking about cocktails, are you smashing the glass that you drank out of? Are you literally getting cocktails in like a cocktail glass and then throwing it and breaking it? And that's supposed to be cute and fun. Let me explain something to you. In the zero waste movement, a lot of people think that glass is more eco-friendly, but there's definitely an argument to be made that that is not true. That is because glass can be recycled indefinitely, which is true, but it's also a lot heavier. So it's a lot more fuel intensive to ship. It's also a lot more breakable. So you lose a lot more inventory and glass breaks and it can't even be recycled. We need to increase the availability of recyclable glass. We need to actually be recycling glass so that we can make sure that we don't run out of the sand that we rely on to make these things. What you're doing is saying that you don't care about the fact that glass, the sand to make glass, is running short. You don't care about the mining of those materials. You don't care about what it took to manufacture that glass. You don't care about the fact that we can't recycle that glass. You don't care if it ends up putting someone at risk when they're sorting through a recycling facility. You don't care about that because what you care about is 3 seconds of entertainment that you'll get from the second you put that glass in your hand to the second it hits the wall, and then your entertainment is over and that glass is on this planet for virtually forever. It's impossible to track the amount of time it takes glass to break down because it really doesn't. It can be recycled, but you still just contributed to all of that happening for seconds of your enjoyment. I don't get it. Humans are so weird. Ew. If this isn't the most COVID unfriendly thing I've ever seen, I don't know what is. That makes me want to vomit. There's a wall like this in Seattle and Christy was like,
I'm gonna take you to see it because it's like iconic, but you're not gonna think it's cool.
I was like, you right.
What is going on?
I feel like this is edited. Is this real? What is this? I don't understand what happened here. Someone tell me this is like some sort of filter and this isn't real. This is a lot of wasted bread. And it seems like it's like not in someone's yard. It seems like it's...
What is going on?
It could be composted. It could have been fed to someone, something. I don't know what's happening here. I need more context. I don't know.
I can't like things in a chill way. No, I haven't figured out how to do that. When I like something, that's all I think about. It could be escapism or it could be my ADD. But if you suggest a show to me, beware.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like this. People who get into the trends, whatever's trendy. I remember when those like shape bracelets, one of those tubs is literally like bracelets that turn into shapes you put on your wrist. But it's interesting to see this because it's a good example of how trends come and go. People buy into these trends, into what's cool, and then they buy a shit ton of them, and then what? Either you store them and they clutter your house like this, or they end up in a landfill, or worse, in our oceans and on our beaches. Let me know if you guys ever bought into any of these trends. I think this one is erasers, one of those boxes, chapsticks, bubblegum. This is why I always preach consciously what you buy, to be very conscious of everything that you're purchasing, because it all has an impact on the planet. It all costs you money, and it's all going to end up in a landfill afterwards, or it will clutter up your home forever. Definitely, this is a good example of someone not practicing conscious consumerism and buying into what's cool at the moment and ending up just wasting a lot of stuff. Okay, yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough internet for me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you're following me over on TikTok. Also follow me on Instagram if you want to catch up with me there. And make sure you're tagging me when you see wasteful TikToks so that I can react to them. I try to pull out nuggets of my brain to help people either think differently or start living their lives a little bit more in alignment with caring about our planet. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out today's sponsor, Audible. I'll have them linked at the top of the description. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs, man. The world needs all the good that we can do, you and I, like the phone case says. Okay, I'll see you later.